Hello and welcome to Standard Voice Television Global News at 3 p.m. today, 23rd February 2026, equivalent Islamic calendar 7th Ramadan, 1447 after the Hijrah of the Noble Prophet. The headlines: President TINUBU taxes governors, religious leaders on empowering masses. El-Rufai files ₦1 billion lawsuit against anti-graft agency over unlawful invasion of residents. Troops of Operation Fonsanyama repels ambush, kill 5 terrorists in Kebbi. And on the international scene, U.S. East Coast digs out of record snow, cancel over 5,000 flights. And on sport news, FIFA confirms 48 national teams to compete in 2026 World Cup. Details of these and more will come to you in the news bulletin. I am Sumaya Mustafa. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu called on Muslim and Christian leaders in the country to show kindness to the less privileged by pursuing policies that cater to the needs of the majority in the grassroots. He made the plea at an interfaith breaking of fast with governors and senior officials in Abuja, assuring Nigerians that his administrations promise to tackle insecurity through state policing. The president said that Ramadan and Lent provides opportunities for leaders in both religions to reflect further on the plight of others and to design programs that will directly impact the livelihoods of many. Tinubu urged governors to extend development opportunities to grassroots communities and local governments, calling for more compassion and inclusivity. Earlier, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, representing the Nigeria Governors Forum chairman, applauded the president for fostering national unity during the interfaith gathering. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai has filed a ₦1 billion fundamental rights enforcement lawsuit against the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) over the unlawful invasion and search of his Abuja residence. In the suit filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja by his counsel, Oluwole Yamu San, El-Rufai is challenging the validity of a search warrant issued on February 4 by a chief magistrate of the FCT Magistrates Court. The former governor is also asking the court to declare the warrant authorizing the search and seizure at the residence invalid, null and void. According to the application, El-Rufai contended that the warrant was null and void for lack of particularity, material drafting errors, ambiguity in execution parameters, overbreadth and absence of probable cause. Moving on, residents of Abuja Municipal Area Council (AMAC) has rejected the newly introduced television and radio ownership licenses fees within 21 days. Authorities warned that failure to comply with the notices compelling residents and businesses across the FCT will risk of sealing of their premises. It was gathered that enforcement drive has ignited widespread anger, with many residents describing the policy as insensitive, ill-timed, and detached from the economic realities ordinary citizens are grappling with. Under the new structure, large corporations and banks are charged ₦1 million annually. Medium-sized businesses between 50,000 naira and 200,000 naira, while households in duplexes, flats, bungalows, and single rooms are expected to pay between 3,500 and 20,000 naira per dwelling. Still in the news, Nigeria has joined the globe to commemorate this year's International Mother Language Day, marked February 21 annually, to promote linguistic and cultural diversity and multilingualism. The day was first proclaimed by United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO, and later adopted by the UN General Assembly, underscores the role of languages in promoting inclusion and achieving sustainable development goals. In the special report compiled by Standard Voice Television, correspondent Iliadamu Auta sampled the views of some respondents on Mother Language Day. The report.
The International Mother Language Day was proclaimed by the General Conference of UNESCO in November 1999. The idea to celebrate the day was the initiative of Bangladesh to remember events such as the killing of 4 students on February 21, 1952, because they campaigned to officially use their mother language, Bengali, in Bangladesh. UNESCO estimated that there are 8,324 languages spoken or signed. Out of these, around 7,000 2,000 languages are still in use. A cleric and a public affairs commentator, Priest Anthony Akochi, shed more light on the day.
Following a declaration that was made on the 17th November 1999 by the 30th General Assembly of the UNESCO that day be declared worldwide to commemorate the martyrs who sacrificed their lives on the particular day, 21st, that as at 1952.
Also, some students and teachers speak on the 2026 International Modern Language Day.
Language is any speech or a means of communication that people use that other people can understand.
What is language?
Language is a system of communication used to express feelings and ideas and information.
Good morning, ina kwana, bonjour, sabahul khair, masha Allah.
I can start by saying good morning in Arabic, sabahul khair, in Hausa, ina kwana, in English, good morning, and in French, bonjour. Thank you in Spanish is gracias, and in Arabic, shukran.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sabahul khair, ismi Rabi'a Dawood Ridwan.
Good morning in Igala is Olodulu, and thank you is Olokolo.
Also, a cross-section of respondents expressed their views on the day as well.
Ekaro ina kwana, eshe adupe.
Shawuna kaman shine na kwana. Shagife da yaran bagi kenan.
The 2026 theme is Youth Voices on Multilingual Education. Elia Adamu Auta reporting for Standard Voice Television.
Moving on, the Kaduna State government has resolved its difference with the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, resulting in the immediate suspension of the union's one-week strike and the resumption of judicial activities across the state. Commissioner for Information Ahmed Miyagi in a statement explained that a high-level government delegation met with the State Executive Committee on Juson on Monday, February 23, 2026 at the Attorney General's chamber to address the issues in contention. The union's demands included the implementation of financial autonomy for the state judiciary, consequential salary adjustments arising from the new minimum wage, payment of outstanding salary arrears of April and May 2021, and settlement of leave grant arrears. Miyagi announced that all issues were amicably resolved in line with Governor Obasani's directive. The news is coming to you on Standard Voice Television. Still to come in the news. Troops of Operation Fansanyama repels ambush and kill 5 terrorists in Kebbi. And on the international scene, U.S. East Coast digs out of record snow, cancel over 5,000 flights. And on sport updates, FIFA confirms 48 national teams to compete in 2026 World Cup. Do stand by for these and more after this break. Welcome back, and now the news continues. The convoy of the General Officer commanding GOC 8th Division and Commander Sector 2 of the Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fansanyama, Major General Bemga Kugna, escaped an ambush by Lukarawa terrorists near Mayama Hill in Kebbi State. Acting Deputy Director, Army Public Relations 8th Division, Nigerian Army Sector 2, Operation Fansanyama, Lieutenant Colonel Olaniyi Osoba, who made this known, said the attack occurred as the GOC's convoy was en route to visit frontline troops deployed in the state. He added that the Army General and his team responded with overwhelming firepower, killing 5 terrorists. Osoba listed items recovered to include 1 OJC gun, 1 PKT gun, 2 AK-47 rifles, 4 magazines, assorted rounds of ammunition, cash, mobile phones, and 5 motorcycles. The State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board has ordered the immediate refund intending pilgrims who could not be registered for the 2026 Hajj as Saudi Arabia's visa deadline approaches. The chairman, National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, Ismail Yusuf, gave the directive in a statement during a strategic stakeholders meeting in Abuja, where he reaffirmed the agency's commitment to transparency, professionalism, and strict regulatory oversight in the conduct of the 2026 pilgrimage. He clarified that the reduction in Nigeria's Hajj quota for 2026 was part of a global adjustment affecting several participating countries and not a decision targeted at Nigeria. Yusuf also explained that the cut was due to logistical capacity considerations and evolving regulatory measures introduced by Saudi authorities. He declared states to urgently reconcile their data and withdraw excess entries to prevent operational bottlenecks. NAHCON had announced a reduction in the yellow card fee from 5,000 to 2,000 naira for the 2026 exercise following engagement with relevant health authorities. And on business news, the Debt Management Office, DMO, says 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, has incurred a debt of over 4 trillion naira as of 30 September 2025. The latest figures indicate that the subnational debt represents 2.61% of Nigeria's total public debt, which stood at 153.29 trillion naira within the same period. According to the data, debt obligations are heavily concentrated among a handful of states, with 10 states accounting for 67% of the total subnational debt, amounting to 2.68 trillion naira. Lagos State emerged as the most indebted state with over 1 trillion naira, followed by Rivers State with a debt stock of about 381 billion naira, and then Delta State with over 247 billion naira. The figures underscores the growing fiscal pressures at the subnational level. Moving on, the Nigeria Film and Video Censors Board, NFVCB, says the incorporation of artificial intelligence, AI, and digital solutions into various sectors, including filmmaking, has ignited discussion. The executive director of the NFVCB, Shoaibu Hussaini, who made the assertion, stressed that creators must transparently disclose the use of AI in film production. He noted that while AI has the potential to streamline and enhance the filmmaking process, it raises important questions about its implications. Hussaini also highlighted the need for proper indemnities to be in place before the film's distribution, adding that the board has established new guidelines. The director, however, encouraged filmmakers and animators to exercise diligence in this matter, ensuring they credit all contributors fairly. And on the international scene, the United States' U.S. East Coast was hit by a major storm on Monday, bringing record-breaking snow that caused disruptions for millions and flight cancellations. The National Weather Service, NWS, said ports in Rhode Island and Massachusetts have seen nearly 37 inches of snowfall, with more than 19 in New York City's Central Park. The service added that there have been near impossible travel conditions in New York. A state agency warned and that more than 600,000 homes and businesses on the East Coast endured power outages, with New Jersey and Massachusetts the worst hit, with some warnings in place for the north in parts of eastern Canada. The snow was expected to persist throughout Monday, according to the NWS, with some areas near the northeast coastline expected to get a total of 1 to 2 feet of snow by Tuesday morning. And lastly, on sport news, the International Federation of Football Association FIFA has released the full match timetable for the Series 2026, the expanded edition of its international friendly tournament that will bring together 48 national teams from all 6 confederations. The fixtures, published on the association's website, are scheduled for the March and April 2026 international match window. It explained that 12 groups of 4 teams each, 9 men groups and 3 women's groups will compete, hosted by 11 FIFA member associations. Rwanda will stage 2 groups, while other hosts include Australia, Azerbaijan, Brazil, Cote d'Ivoire, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, New Zealand, Puerto Rico, Switzerland, Thailand, and Uzbekistan. According to FIFA, all matches are official international friendlies and will be broadcast globally, providing fans worldwide with access and giving participating teams valuable exposure, particularly for those that rarely face opponents from other confederations. Finally, on the news, the recap of the top stories again. President TINUBU taxes governors, religious leaders on empowering masses. El-Rufai files $1 billion lawsuit against anti-graft agency over unlawful invasion of residents. Troops of Operation Fonsanyama repels ambush, kill 5 terrorists in Kebbi. And on the international scene, U.S. East Coast digs out of record snow, cancel over 5,000 flights. And on sport news, FIFA confirms 48 national teams to compete in 2026 World Cup. That was Standard Voice Television Global News. Our next bulletin comes up later at 6 p.m. On behalf of the news editor, Ilya Demuauta, and the production crew, I am Sumaya Mustafa. Thank you and bye for now.